Margaret Shelburne, the dire mother, was a shy woman who could never stand up for herself, partly because she rose to only a mere 3 feet in height. Since childhood, she was stared at for her pint size. Her own mother would even sometimes dress her like a doll. Margaret didn't care, as long as she found some perverse form of acceptance. A carnival barker named Jimbo put her on display in his freak show. Life was horrible, being an attraction for people to gawk at. One night, while sweeping up a donkey pen, she was raped by the tall man. She spawned a beastly offspring of her own. Oh, she loved her dear son Harold, more than life itself, never letting him out of her sight. The circus workers teased and tormented them relentlessly, a conflict that played itself out with bloody resolve that left nearly the entire circus free of life, including poor Margaret and Harold. Well, as they say, there's no business like show business.
The dire mother. Starting her off, I'm painting my face white, which seems to be an ongoing trend for this series of mine. I wonder why. Maybe it's because everybody's dead? I don't know. 13 ghosts, right? Just with some white water activated paint for this, adding on with a damp beauty sponge. And then continuing this down my neck. For my eyeshadow though, I'm going with the NYX Simple Eye Pencil and Milk as my base, blending that out with the warmth of my finger. Then purely going back and forth between Sand Dollar, which is my usual transition shade, from Makeup Geek, which as I stated is my usual transition shade, but when added over and over and over, it goes to an incredibly cool tone gray, which is exactly what I'm going for. And then back and forth between that and a dark purple. This one is Silver Linings from ColourPop, which by itself is a pretty nice little, almost like a dark lilac-y purple, but when you add more and more and more, it gets to a very deep purple, which is exactly what I need. And Run the World from NYX is going to be used as my liner for my bottom waterline and my top tight line. I topped it with mascara on top and bottom lash. This next step is to add some fake wrinkles to it, and do that without any liquid latex, which is called Old Age Stippling. There are 2 ways. The first being to scrunch whichever body part you're putting it on, and when you put it on your face and put it back to normal, you'll have a few lines of wrinkles. Make sure you add your specific color to whatever character you're using for this. Applying a light wash of white over top of that, again with my blending sponge. And for my lip color, I'm going to be using Soft Spoken, which is my Lips But Better color. Just putting a quick wash over top. If you do want them to be a little bit deeper set though, you're just going to have your face as is and then place the shadow on one area. I'm doing this between my eyebrows. And as you're going over it with the sponge with the colorant on it, that's the time that you're going to do some scrunch it. As she does have a little bit of a sick look to her, I end up adding a little bit of green around her edges lightly with a water activated paint. We're thinking Beetlejuice vibes. Adding my wig on, some cute little accessories from Hot Topic, and we done. Happy Halloween, guys. Ooh.